Hey guys, good morning, good morning. Today we're going to work on number 5 of 17. 5 of 17. I was just going over it real quick. Seems pretty easy. So let's go ahead and jump straight into it real quick. Which of the following is a solution? So move this out of the way. Let me get rid of it. Okay. To that one. So I'm going to tell you what I would do here. I wouldn't even think too much. I would just come right here, turn the calculator, and then go to info. Menu, 3, 1, and then type it in there. And move this down. Put that one to the side. Make this a little bigger. Menu 3, 1. See how it says the end top? Okay, so I'm going to come out here and put parentheses. X plus 3 squared minus 5 equals 4 comma x. Answer is 0. Okay, so again, I'll show you how to do this. And you have to be in a calculator, and you go to menu 3, 1. And type in the equation. Okay. Let's see the next one. So the answer for that one is 0. Does this one represent a function? So when it comes to function, this is the way it goes. For yes, x's do not repeat. For no, the x's repeat. So I don't even care about this. Just check this one. It is a function. Yes, it is. Which expression is equivalent? Now, I can't tell you how to do this one. You could come out here and actually like boil it. Not boil it, but refactor it out. I can't tell you what to do. So I'm going to tell you, this is the way I would approach it. Okay? So when I look at this one, make sure you remember when we multiplied these out, we multiplied here. The first one always stayed, and the last one always stayed. So when I multiply this times that, it does not give me that. Ooh, my bad. This one does not give me that. Multiplying this times this does not give me that. Ouch. That one does work. Check. That one doesn't. So now it's just, oh wait, look at that one. That one times that one. Ouch. So this is my only possible answer. Because this one times this one gives me that. The last thing, this one times this one gives me that. This is my answer right here. Just double check it like that. If you need to double check it more, and you need to triple check it, just keep on multiplying it out. This one's really easy, actually. It's a joke. A lot of you might freak out. It says, if y plus 3 is equal to 2x plus 1, then what is y? So we're basically looking for y when x is 4. So we're going to plug in a 4 here. And right here, we plug in a 5. Those are supposed to be arrows. Okay. That's it. So we're going to have here y plus 3 times z, 5, equals 2 times 4 plus 1. Then we do that, and it becomes y plus 15 equals 8 plus 1. Y plus 15. You can end solve it. You can end solve it from here. You can even end solve it here on a calculator. Equals 9. Subtract 15. Subtract 15. When you go y is equal to negative 6. Okay. Okay, so this one's going to say this is my graph. This does come on the test. This really does come on the test. Which of these is the inequality above? Well, looking at the dotted line, you're going to have this or this, right? You're going to have one of those two. You can't have that one because it has this. That's a solid line. Okay. Now it shows above, so you want y to be greater, not this one. This says y is less than. The y's are less down here. They're higher up here. They're greater. So you're looking for this. Y has to be on the left-hand side, okay, each time, okay? Time out. Okay, given the function f of x and it's equal to 3x squared plus 1 and g of x 5x, 5 minus 3x. This is a good question, actually. So this one we mean to look at this one, okay? This one means look at this one, G. So actually we're going to do that. We're going to get this one here, whatever we get, and then we're going to add it to this one, whatever we get. So I guess I'll do it right here and do that with. So we're going to go with 3, and then we're going to have x squared plus 1, right? And that's at f of negative 2. So it becomes 3. F of a negative 2 becomes this. Squared plus 1. This one over here is referring to this one, which is 5 minus 3x. And then becomes f of g of 3 becomes 5 minus 3 times that 3. See that? Negative 2 squared is 4. 4 times 3 is 12 plus 1. This becomes 5 minus 9. Becomes 13 plus negative 4. What's that? 9. B. Okay, going once, going twice, going 3, 4 times, medium times. Okay. This one here. Okay, as the pattern continues, nth pattern. Okay. So this is sneaky, guys. The way they get this, and this one does come out. It's pretty easy to look at it. This is what you need to look at. This is like x to be 1, y is that. X to be 2, y is that. Okay? Like coordinates. So what I'm going to do, and then look at this situation here. They're telling you by looking at this that it's quadratic. And for me, when I see this stuff here, and I see quadratic, I see a list like this. I guess a table. I think of this in spreadsheet right away. And I do quadratic. Move this to the left. That'll work. Right there. Okay. I'm going to turn it on. New document. I'm going to go no. I'm going to go to this spreadsheet. And I'm going to type in 1, 2. I'm going to do the first 3 if you don't mind. This right here becomes, sky's the limit how you want to put this stuff. I'll just put it as fractions since they haven't got fractions. I'll put it as fractions. Again, remember, this is like x will be 1, y is 1/4. X will be 2, y is, 1, and x will be 3, y is 9/4. So for this one, I'm going to control add a fraction right there, and put 1/4. 1/4. Let's not just put for number 2, I'll put 1, because that's how it is. For 3, I'm going to add a fraction, and I'll put it as 9/4. And there it is. Come back here. Remember, squared means quadratic, so I'm going to go to menu, statistics. Not cool. Yeah. I need to see what it pressed. Just kind of go 2, fast. 4, 1, and then 6. B, control this. Okay, so if you look at this one, this is what this one says. So we're going to have 1/4. No, so I guess we can see it because there's a lot of curves up here. How do I do this? Shoot, what do you think? What do y'all think? Okay, well, I'm going to approach it a different way then. Control new document. Yeah, I'll go to graphs. You know, Jimmy should start everything up. I'll go to graphs. Now I'll type this one there. And that's the one with a fourth, because I saw a fourth right now. You saw it right now, there's a fourth. I'm going to go with either mine. I'm going to change that N to an X. And I'll put control fraction. Control, where is it? Yeah, there it is. X, and change that, X squared over 4. Enter. Now I go control T. So okay, everything ready. This one says what? First one will be 1/4. That's 1/4. Second one is 1. Perfect. This one says 9/4. Okay, and this one says, I don't know what that is. Okay, so if you can't think right now, you just come in here, control, add a document. I'll go to calculator, and I'll go to 9 divided by 4 decimal, 2.25. Okay, so it looks good. I'll go back over here, and then we'll go 4. This one is 6.25. Yeah. So guess what? There's my answer. Okay. Okay, so I did it 2 ways. The other way was, this one can be a little iffy, but I just said, you know what? Let me just put these in here as a function. Change the n to x's. Put here, control T, and got a table. Compared my table to the table they gave me here. This is a funny table, guys. You got to remember this table. This table is basically saying, in the sequence, well, what's my first element, first thing? Well, that's saying like the first thing is x be 1. Y would give you 1/4. When x is 2, y is 1. When x is 3, we get 9/4, and so forth. Okay, it's not hard. It's just, well, it's just the way it's going. Let's see. This is very important. You need to know the steps how to do this one. So let me see. In which step below was an error made in simplifying the following? So first thing you'll do is distribute. That's the first thing. Okay. What are they doing? Let me see what. Hold on, guys. I gotta put it in charge. Okay, guys. So let me see what they were doing. So I was gonna work it out. I thought it was like an equation, but this is basically simplify which one's equivalent to the other one, basically. And looking at this, how'd they go from here or here to here? Okay, so they went back and factored. They're working backwards on factoring. If you look what they have, my pen problem. You see this right here is one term, and this is the other term. They're factoring this out, which gives them this. What's left over? You see this part? They're bringing this down. What should be here? All right, this should be right here. Since they didn't put that right, they messed up in the very beginning. That's wrong. It should be x plus 2. All right, because if I multiply that, it's like I multiply all of this times this, gives me all of this. Multiply all of this times this should give me all of this. But they didn't write it right. So since step 1, they messed up. Let's see this one. If L squared is equal to 5n minus 4, which of the following could be a solution to the equation? I don't even know what this is saying. Good Lord. So this one's just asking you, do you know how or what this is saying here? Do you know what this says? I really don't know. A solution, x-intercept for real. If y'all were to see this, I would say just plug in the values. That's what I would say to do. Me, many years of knowing what a solution means, they're asking for the x-intercept. But they want both now. That's very weird. Yeah, so we're just going to have to plug them in there. So we'll do the math. I'll do A here and B here, or and C here. Okay, so I'm going to plug in here. I want to have 0 squared is equal to 5 times a negative 4 fifths minus 4. This is 0. All of this better give me a 0, if that makes sense. And they'll be equal, it'll be true, and that'll be my answer. You can type this in the calculator. I know I multiply this times this, they cancel out, and I'm left with a negative 4 minus 4. That 0 is not equal, so that one's not it. Okay, C, let's look at C. This one says L squared, so we're basically going to have the square root of L squared equals to 5 times 3 minus 4. This right here, guys, type it in the calculator. If you don't know how to do that in the calculator, I'll show you real quick. We're going to go with the second square root, you see it, and we're going to go with, I believe it's 11. And then the whole thing we're going to put in parentheses, and we're going to square it, which is 11. Okay? So that one, 11 is equal to 15 minus 4. 11 is equal to 11. Ding, 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 ding. That is my answer. That works out, right? That works out. That looks good. So I'm going to go with B. B should not work out. But let's check it out either way. So we're going to go with 3 squared, because that's L3, equals 5 times 3 minus 4. 9 is equal to 15 minus 4. Obviously not right. This thing here is 4. Oh my bad. 2 squared equals to 5 times 0 minus 4. It's giving 4 is equal to a negative 4. Not right. Ouch. Which equation has a slope of 5? Remember, most of these look like y is equal to mx plus b format. It looks like that. This one is, that's my slope. M is equal to 3. Now, m, don't forget, m is your slope. This one is a negative 5. No, this one looks positive, but this is negative. So you really get this whole thing negative it, like give me the opposite of it. So be y is equal to a negative 5 x minus 3. Not that one. Sneaky, it's this one right here. We have y. This is really 10 halves x plus 4 halves. Okay, so give me everything half. Half of that is 5x. Half of that, 2. Which one is it? M is equal to 5. There she is.